Okay, lads, hopefully you're keeping well. I'll look at the homework for the last couple of days on Pythagoras' theorem. So for Monday's work, I had set you 5 questions, and I'll do those first. And then for Tuesday's work, we had questions 6 to 10, which I'll do after that, right? So the formula that I'd given you before for Pythagoras' theorem was c squared equals a squared plus b squared, where c is the hypotenuse, and as I explained in the previous video, the hypotenuse is the side opposite the right angle, or it's the longest side, and a and b are the shorter sides on the triangle, and it doesn't matter what order they're in. So you can have one as a and one as b, or you can switch them around. So if you look at question 1, what you should have down in your book is x squared equals 4 squared plus 6 squared. X squared equals, so that's going to be 36 plus 16, which is 52. So you need to square root 52, and the answer you should be getting is 7.2. Okay, so that's the answer for question 1. Question 2, x squared equals 3 squared plus 8 squared. So x squared equals, that's going to be 9 plus 81, which is 90. So x squared is 90. So you need to get the square root of 90 to get the answer, which is 9.5. So the answer to number 2 is 9.5. Number 3, x squared equals 6 squared plus 7 squared. Okay, so 36 plus 49 is 85. So x squared is 85. You need to square root 85. And you get the answer 9.2. So x is 9.2. So I'm writing the answers down the right hand side. Number 4, x squared equals 7 squared plus 9 squared. So x squared equals, so that's going to be 49 plus 81, which is 130, and then the square root of 130 will be the answer, which is 11.4. The final question in the first homework was question 5, which is x squared equals 9 squared plus 11 squared. So x squared equals 121 plus 81, which is 202. So we need to square root 202, and the answer I'm getting is 14.2. So just to run through those, the answers for the first 5 questions are 7.2 is number 1, number 2 is 9.5, number 3 is 9.2, number 4 is 11.4, and number 5 is 14.2. So, moving on to the second day's homework, which was questions 6 to 8. Again, very, very similar to what we did before. In number 6, it's x squared equals 11 squared plus 14 squared. So that's 14 squared plus 11 squared is 317. So x squared is 317. So we're going to square root 317. And I get 17.8. Okay. Number 7, x squared equals 2 squared plus 3.5 squared. So type that in, 2 squared plus 3.5 squared is 16.25. And then you square root that answer and you end up with 4.0 to 1 decimal place, 4.0. Number 8, x squared equals 4 squared plus 5.5 squared. That's all taken from the formula c squared equals a squared plus b squared up above. So let me type that in, 4 squared plus 5.5 squared, which is 46.25. So that's the value of x squared. Then you square root that answer, and I'm ending up with 6.8. is the answer for number 8. Number 9, x squared equals 12 squared plus 20 squared. So x squared equals, so let me work that out, 544. So x is the square root of 544, which is, it works out as 23.3. And the last one is x squared equals 13 squared plus 17 squared. Okay, so type that in, 13 squared plus 17 squared. And you get 458. So x squared equals 458. So we square root 458. And the answer is 21.4. So to go over those quickly again, number 6, the answer was 17.8. Number 7, the answer was 4.0. Number 8, the answer was 6.8. Number 9, the answer was 23.3. And number 10, the answer was 21.4. So what I need you to do is to go back over your work, have a look at it, have a look at the work you submitted, go back and correct it. If you've made any mistakes and you're still not sure about what to do, just post me a message and I'll be able to help you. But look closely at what you've done and I'll give you feedback as well. But again, check your answers.